Adam Dukes, welcome to Dadpreneur episode number 51. Got my Muhammad Ali shirt on today, wearing my red. This is an important episode. A little bit late. We had Ava, her first day on the school bus today. Our baby girl is getting all grown up, so kind of exciting. She's 3 and loaded her on the bus this morning. So crazy that a 3-year-old rides the bus, but they have like little seat belts for each kid. It's like a littler school bus, but pretty cool. So anyways, master this. I listened to a podcast last week, or over the weekend, I'm sorry, and also a buddy of mine shared a couple of these, a couple blog posts in our Facebook group earlier this morning, and it was 2 blog posts on focus. A word or a skill that you need to really master if you want to be successful, and it is not an easy one to master. It can be very, very tricky. There's a lot going on. That is why I'm a big fan of, I've talked about it before, not chasing the money. When you're chasing the money, you jump from idea to idea to idea. So it's very, very hard to focus on one thing because you're really not like passionate about it. You know, you're chasing the money. I did it for years and years and years and years. And then I started doing something that I actually enjoyed. Actually, I had a passion in, an interest, a calling in, my purpose, whatever you want to call it. And not to say 100% focus. There's still ideas that come to me, you know, that kind of, oh, maybe I should try that strategy or that strategy, you know. So I still have to focus. However, it's not jumping from one business venture to the next when you're more all in on it. So focusing on one business idea, when you're making millions and millions and you have like a team in place, then you can start another business. But most, I don't even call them entrepreneurs, honestly. I don't even call myself one. I'm transitioning to an entrepreneur. That's a completely separate video for another time. However, most internet marketers, they have a problem with focus because they're trying to do 1, 2, 3, 6 different businesses. And I think a big part of it, well, they lack the focus, is they're not all in on any of them. You know, they're kind of chasing the money. So you need to focus when you're trying to do, let's say, business A and business B, and you're working on business B. When you could be thinking about how to improve the product or service or whatever it is on product A, you could be new marketing strategies, testing new marketing strategies, new advertising strategies, things like that, creating content, being in the market, you know, researching your target market. But if you're kind of going back and forth from A to B, you know, you're not focused. So focus is extremely important, and kind of just mastering one thing, that's very important. I know so many entrepreneurs, marketers, whatever you want to call it, Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and this and that, and I've been absolutely guilty of it myself. And I try to focus. I send out a daily email. That's all I do. That's my marketing. And I take that email and I turn it into a blog post as well. Pretty much just copy and paste. A little formatting issues, but it's relatively really simple. Just copy the email into my blog post. And then a lot of the times, this Facebook live stream is my email/blog post in video format, you know. So some could argue that I'm spreading myself too thin and focused on blog, email, and Facebook live stream, which I turn this into a YouTube video. So I'm doing 4 things right now, but again, it's kind of one piece of content. I'm just kind of repurposing it. A couple channels, obviously, 2 are in written form, Facebook Live, and YouTube, obviously, in video form. So focus on the task at hand. Focus on one business. A lot of entrepreneurs and marketers are always talking about, oh, you have to have multiple income streams. That's what a lot of the MLMers, multiple income streams. They're always talking about it. And again, it's spreading yourself way too thin. And they say, oh, well, Warren Buffett has multiple income streams. Well, you're not Warren Buffett. You're not even close to Warren Buffett. He's got teams. He builds teams of people, you know. So you can't compare yourself. So go all in on one business, focus on one business, really focus on one traffic strategy, focus on kind of one selling strategy. Just really basically get that, when it comes down to it, is keep the shit simple. It's so easy to overcomplicate it. Trust me, I am guilty of this often. And again, like I said, maybe I'm doing too much with the live stream, the YouTube, the blog, and the email. But again, I'm trying to do it daily. It's just one piece of content, just kind of repurposed. So focus on one traffic channel until you've really mastered it. You know, I don't really run ads. Occasionally I'll try some different advertising. I really like Facebook ads. That's what I've gotten good at. That's what I've used for about 4 years now. I have been experimenting with Twitter just like a little bit, and again, I'm going against my my advice. However, Facebook ads are getting much more expensive. So I'm kind of dabbling in Twitter, hoping I can learn that and kind of shift my focus. Come 2017, I'm hearing Facebook ads are going to go way up. So I'm kind of just looking ahead, planning ahead. That's what I'm kind of playing on Twitter. So focus on, again, one business model, how to attract customers, traffic, whatever you want to do. If you're putting out content, which you should be putting out content, adding value to your marketplace, focus on one. You don't need to be on every social media channel. Focus on one. If it's a podcast, just do the podcast every single day, or maybe not daily, but work on the podcast. If you're not recording the podcast, you're promoting it. Maybe you put out 1 or 2 a week. Those other 5 days, you're promoting it. So you're constantly working on the podcast, maybe not recording. Same with a blog post. You might want to write 1 or 2 a week. Write 1 or 2 a week, and you can work on those. And then the days that you don't have anything to write, promote that. Spend a ton of time on promoting that content. So focus on one thing, focus on one business, really. And trust me, I'm guilty. I've been getting about a week and a half, about 2 weeks ago, I've been getting the itch to start an e-commerce store. I had a lot of fun with e-commerce, and I'm getting the itch to start a new e-commerce store in the sports-related niche, especially with the holidays coming around. And again, that's why I seeked out this podcast. I listened to some of it last week. I also listened to it over the weekend, and then I read these 2 articles that my buddy shared this morning, and it was just kind of the big man upstairs is saying, hey man, you need to focus, no e-commerce store, not right now. You're focused on Dadpreneur Edge, keep putting the daily live streams out, putting the daily emails out, putting the daily blog post out. You're not doing e-commerce, not right now. So say no to other things, have that tunnel vision. It's not easy though. But again, if you're doing something you have a passion for, that you're like following your calling, your purpose, whatever you want to call it, it's a lot easier to have that tunnel vision and just going all in and saying no to the distractions. So it's all about focus. If you master that, you greatly improve your chances for success. And over the years, I wasn't able to master the focus. It's kind of funny, actually, my e-commerce, when I look back at it, I was dabbling in a couple different things. And then once the e-commerce, my jewelry store started doing well, August 1st, I went all in on the jewelry store, and it shot up because I was all in on the jewelry store. I wasn't doing anything else. I was focused on it for like a good 9 or 10 months. And then shifted focus. I was chasing the money, but I was 100% focused on e-commerce, and things went up. So it's all about focus. Hey, if you're a dadpreneur looking to start a business, or maybe you currently are starting a business, I shoot out the daily Dadpreneur Daily. It's a daily email where I send out tips and tricks and strategies. Usually tie in a business lesson, family lesson, or part of my family daily life with with a business lesson. Somehow, some way, I tie them together. People do enjoy them. There's a link down below, up above. Sign up for that, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.